In today's Community Focus, Target 12 investigator Steph Machado sat down with acting Providence Superintendent Dr. Javier Montañez for his first television interview. Now, before he became the leader of the state's largest school district, he was a student there. He spoke candidly with Steph about his struggles with homelessness as a teenager and how that experience inspired his career. Here's part of their conversation.
You became a teacher. Then you became an administrator. You were principal of Leviton Dual Language School, and then this June you were named the interim superintendent. Tell me about this summer so far. What have you been doing to prepare for what could be a difficult school year? We had such a difficult school year last year with COVID. There might have been some learning loss from students. How are you preparing for the fall?
So we want to look at the multiple levels that we're working on. One of the levels in looking forward is knowing first the history. We have 18 months of very difficult time, not only in the time of transformation, but also in the time of COVID. And when we look at this, and then many of our students were out. Many of our students were out due to the COVID. So my goal is to make sure that every student in Providence return to in-person, because we know that data shows and research shows that students learn best when they're in schools. So looking at that, we want to say, okay, so how can we prepare the future this year? Making sure that all schools are prepared to receive our students. And what do I mean by prepare? We want to make sure that faculties, everyone that walks in, first of all, has to have a mask on, right? We want to take those precautions, safety first. So we have the safety first when it comes to masks. We want to make sure that every school already has every PPE available to them in the building, stored in the building as needed. We're also looking to make sure that we continue, since during the summer we have multiple clinics for vaccine, and making sure we're trying to get as many people vaccinated from the age 12 and above, including adults. And we're going to continue asking people to do that, because that is the way we can make sure that we're one level of protection for us. So those are some of the activities we're looking at: safety first in the buildings, and making sure that we have all the curriculum needed as we continue forward to make sure that the students receive a high level of education.
You mentioned how important it is to get kids in the classroom, in seats. I reported back in June that more than half of Providence students were chronically absent last school year. Are you in favor of bringing back truancy proceedings to try and prevent chronic absenteeism?
So if I'm correct, we do have a truancy officer. That's by law. We need to have one. And that person will be doing some door knockings, reaching out to families. We also have guidance counselors that are coming in. We also have community specialists that are coming in, and those are putting in place to make sure that we reach out to parents and we reach out to students to find out what are the barriers that are keeping our students, if you said 50%, keeping our students out of school, and then figure out ways to overcome those barriers to make sure that the safe learning environment is the school for the students.
Going back to your personal experience, do you think that that's helpful when you talk to parents or to principals? I mean, you had an incredible barrier to getting into the school building. A lot of students may be in that same position or a similar position with their family life, where it might be difficult to get them in the classroom. Are you hoping that you can bring some of your personal experience into that as you work with parents and administrators?
I used to keep my experience, my personal experience, to myself and shared it with a few individuals who, when I saw were going through the same or similar situation, I will share my information. Now that I'm responsible for Providence students, which is about 24,000, I share my story because I feel that there are many students who are going through similar situations. And yes, I will use my experience as this is a bump in the road. When there's a bump in the road, we just don't stop. Sometimes we have to crawl before we walk and walk before we run. And it's making sure that our students understand that our parents understand these are bumps in the road, and we cannot let those bumps in the road halt our education.
It can get better. You could
Absolutely.
be a superintendent someday.
Absolutely, absolutely. The big thing about that is there's always a tomorrow. Think about the possibility, and I ask all my students and all my parents in my community just to ask themselves this question: what if? What if I get over that bump? What will life be like? Versus what if I stay and don't try to get over that bump? what my life will be like.
And right now online, you can watch Steph's entire interview, including whether Dr. Montañez believes the state takeover of city schools is working.